I've been coming to open houses since they started in the city, since our concept of community policing. But now that we really are one of the top major metropolises with the best community policing model, this is instrumental into what we talk about when we talk about community engagement. The mayor, his cabinet, everybody's here. BPD, my command staff, my community service officers, we're all here. Because gone are the days where you go in and like an occupying force and tell people how they should be policed. Your input is expected and welcome because we police now under the village concept. And so it's important that we get to know our neighbors and the issues and concerns. That's where you really begin to problem solve together. And it's very, very instrumental that you get out and talk. You know, you don't hide in the office. You go out, have great discussions about the challenges in the city, and as well say thank you for people that support us. And thank you for taking on a family that's having issues and helping them with their kids so that kid never gets gang involved or is a victim of human trafficking. This is what we're talking about. It all begins here. I thought I was getting a cool little Christmas card or something, but I have great questions. Look, elderly abuse investigations, construction site safety, gas leaks, smoke-free zone enforcement, driving with parking, placard enforcement, a smart 911 communication. See? That's what I'm talking about. So, you know what this allows me to do? It allows me to educate the community about what we do and where we are as your police department. Our innovation, our technology, our passion in working with you. And this is a great time to showcase that. And if you see here, all the city cabinets are here. All of the first responder family. It's not like the old days, like we show up, do our thing, and say, see ya. We're involved in everything from philanthropic endeavors to being big brothers and sisters. So this is great. Our strength is the community.
For the last number of years, the mayor has held open houses around the city. And it's a great opportunity to bring all the city departments and related agencies, to one central location, invite folks to come in for a couple of hours, have a bite to eat from a local restaurant, and, find out personally, one-on-one, what city agencies do generally, and if they have a particular need, they can talk to the folks from the agencies, hopefully get some solutions to whatever it is they're looking for. It's been fantastic for us. We get a chance, first of all, to meet our ratepayers, which is a great pleasure and privilege. I would say at each event, we have had a number of people who have come up with specific issues. We also get a chance to meet dozens, if not hundreds more, who we just get a chance to say hello to and tell them about some of our programs and issues. So it works well on a specific case-by-case basis, and it also works well just to educate folks generally about what we're doing and how they can get in touch with us, etc.
I mean, the open house is a great opportunity to really kind of showcase the work that we do in the community, especially West Roxbury and Roslindale. It gives an opportunity for constituents to ask us certain questions. We get to show up some of the work that we've done, some of the challenges that's still ahead of us. And it's just great for the city to showcase what goes on in our city. A lot of things happen in our city, and sometimes you don't only hear the bad stuff. This is a chance to hear some of the good stuff that we're doing in all the agencies. You get a chance to talk to the head of the agencies, the commissioners, the chief, folks like me that's on the ground doing some of the work. So it's just great.
So I love engaging with the constituents here. The purpose of this for us is really to get to talk to community members. People don't always know that there's programs and services out there for older adults. And a lot of people in this room are either older adults themselves and are looking for things to do in the community or looking for services for their loved one. And a lot of people are also caregivers or know somebody who needs some assistance. So we've been able to connect with a lot of those folks to give them good information. We have some things we're gathering information about that we've been able to ask them about. So it's been a really great experience all the way around. One of the things that we're hearing from people in the room is that they're really interested in programs that get them engaged, things like exercise class or learning experiences, creative arts, things like that. And so we're currently, with our age-friendly plan, looking at what we have currently in the city. We're identifying gaps in that programming, and then we're looking to fill those gaps. So we've gotten a lot of great information from people about different types of programs they want to see in the city, and we're going to be able to use that to make Boston even better for older adults.
I'm really excited to represent the Commission for Persons with Disabilities. I think these open house events are very important because we have an opportunity to talk to the residents, and residents have an opportunity to meet and make contact with them. We share the information, and we share that we have a website, we share that we are active in social media, and we're able to connect at a human level, listen to them, and get to know them. My focus is in architectural access, so I'm always happy to talk about universal design and the best way to provide accessibility for all our constituents and to our visitors. I want all the constituents to know that we provide these services for them, and it is free, and we're happy to educate groups of professionals and groups of students that are looking into learning more about our city and about providing universal access.
What we do is we fight all discrimination cases in housing in the city of Boston, and also deal with those, those types of situations. There are a number of protected classes under our ordinance that our office definitely protects, and there's also discrimination, obviously, that happens in housing throughout the country. So our goal really is to stamp that out, really at all costs, by any cost or any means necessary, if you will, and make sure that there's fair and equitable housing that's being provided to any resident in the city of Boston, regardless of age, color, creed, gender, sexual orientation, whether veteran status, non-veteran status, someone who might even be in the recovery community. There's a number of protected classes that we fight for and make sure that they're not being discriminated against in housing cases. One of the things we do is I have a education outreach specialist, and this is him right here. His name is Quincy. And one of the things we do is we go around to as many communities as we can, really to drive the mission and the story of our office, because there are a lot of constituencies that we're not seeing immigrants, for one. So we're trying to reach out to them and others, to let them know that if they're experiencing any kind of discrimination in their housing situation, oftentimes they don't know where to go for help, and we're here. That's what we do, and we're really good at achieving results. We also partner up with the MCAD, and and the Attorney General's office to also fight a lot of these issues. We oftentimes refer cases to them and work very closely with them for these types of issues. This is something that all municipalities like Boston need, because housing is not just a big deal in Boston, it's a big deal all across the state and all across the country. But more importantly, making sure that whatever housing people are getting, people are being treated fairly and equally, and that's really what it's about. Not being discriminated against or not being allowed to get housing, which is an essential human need that we all need, and making sure it's accessible to them, and they're not barred or left out because of sexual orientation or the color of their skin or veteran status or any of the protected classes or age. These are the things that often happens, and it's wrong. And so we're kind of the watchdog of the city, and we do come after whoever and anyone that engages in these kinds of practices. That's our mission, and we're growing our office, and we're going to continue to grow our office, and really double down on our efforts to reach constituencies that we're not seeing. So that's really us in a nutshell. The good thing about this open house is that it brings us into the community, right? Oftentimes, City Hall, it may be hard for people to get to, or they have anxiety about coming to City Hall because of parking or what have you. And so when we come to them, it's easier for them to let us know what's going on in their neighborhoods or the issues they're dealing with around discrimination in housing. And you would think like in a place like West Roxbury, it can't happen, and certainly it does. And we've had a number of people come up to our table, sign up with us. We're going to be reaching out to them in the morning. They have my card. They'll be reaching out to the office, and we're excited to work with them. We are very excited. So these open houses serve as a meeting point or as a conduit between us and the community, especially for those who find it hard. And you know, there's a lot of elderly people also in this community that are not going to just show up to City Hall. And sometimes they think, you know, they have the wrong perception that the city's not going to care, no one's going to care, and we're here to let them know that we do, and that we take their cases very serious. And the response has been amazing so far. It's been really good, very encouraging, and so now I'm fired up. I'm like, yeah, we're going to do more of this. We're going to do more of this.
Greenovate works with the community on how to address climate change and certain actions that they can take. And I mean, we love open houses. We table all the time, and we bring a lot of swag and a lot of gear that people can basically take home and use. So we love interacting with the community. We have reusable bags. The plastic bag ban actually goes into effect on December 14th. So we're giving away a lot of reusable bags. They can also take away literature. We have a couple of events coming up with urban wild cleanups or our leaders program or getting a home energy audit.